he wanted me to drink a glass of wine with him. He wanted me to have dinner with him, or when I just said that I don't want to, he started to harm me, like he started to hit me, or he started to strangulate me, or to suffocate me. I realized that I should be doing what he's telling me, otherwise I probably won't survive the evening.
Where were you born and what was your life like growing up?
I grew up in Austria and still live in Austria, and sports was always a big part of my life. My mom is actually a tennis coach, and I used to play tennis, but then started running and doing running competitions, and I started doing cycling, and my second race was a Pro Tour race. I like the team part of cycling, that everyone in the team has its role, and if one rider is winning, all the team is winning. Also my husband, he has been a professional cyclist, and most of days after work he goes for an hour. He goes cycling for an hour, and then when he comes back, then I go, or if we can go together, then we go cycling together. But we just enjoy it to come out, to work out, and we also feel better afterwards and fresh again. When I was kidnapped, it was 2019. 1 year before, I moved to Styria, that's another part of Austria. And I moved together with my husband, and got my little son 3 months before. It's a very small town where we're living. It's very silent and idyllic, and people keep telling me they can't believe that I got kidnapped in the place where we live.
What did your day look like before you were kidnapped?
It was a really warm summer day, so I was looking forward for my husband to come home, and that I can go out and have like an hour for myself, go out and get fresh again. I was riding and was already looking forward to be coming back, because the route I was riding was only like, there were probably 5 or 6 kilometers left until I got home. And then suddenly a car hit me. The hit of the car wasn't all too severe. I fell off my bike and probably had some scratches, but nothing serious. And then also moved to the car driver, and the car driver moved towards me. And I really didn't think of anything bad. I think it was just like an accident. And then suddenly I just felt that he was beating me, and with a wooden stick. And he tried to hit my head, and I was holding my hands in front of my head so I can save my head. And he actually broke my hands. The next thing I remember is that I woke up in a car, and couldn't really realize what happened. The first moment when I woke up, I thought I was still dreaming, probably. My arms are strapped behind my back, and all I can see is the dirt lying in the car, and I realized the car is driving, and I didn't really know what was happening. Pretty soon I realized that it was a kidnapping, and I realized that I can't really move my hands. I also realized that my arm was hurting a lot, and then tried to grab my phone, which usually is my cycling jersey, but it wasn't there. And at the same time worrying about myself, because I didn't know what was going on, what's going to happen next.
Must have been really frightening in that moment.
It was really frightening, yes. The next thing that happened is that the kidnapper was driving me to his home. I just tried to to think about where could we go, but it wasn't too far away. Like we were driving probably for 10 minutes. And then he stopped and told me to be quiet, but I couldn't talk anyway because he put like some kind of pattern around my mouth, so I couldn't speak. Then he stopped, told me to be quiet, and went away. And I think he tried to fix my bike at the time. And then when he came back, he grabbed me, took me out of the car, and pulled me into the house. My hands and my legs, they were strapped, so I couldn't really walk, and he was just dragging me into the house. And then in the house, he put me into a wooden storage, closed the door, and then I think he told me again to be quiet, and told me that he will be back in a minute. And then I must have passed out, because the next thing I remember is lying completely naked on a bed, and looking through a window and noticing that it's getting dark already. I thought it must be 8 o'clock in the evening or something already, because it's getting dark. And I went cycling at about 3 o'clock and just thought, oh, there must be like hours have passed already.
How did you feel when you woke up? What was going through your mind?
Most of the time I was just kind of analyzing the situation, what was going on in the house. Like I was thinking, how could I escape? I was also thinking about what is the kidnapper doing? What does he want to do with me? Is his intention to kill me? Does he want to, I don't know, to abuse me? Does he, just wants to keep me in his house for like a long time? But also I was thinking a lot about home. Like I was worrying about my son, because he was just 3 months old, and I was breastfeeding usually. So that's the reason why I was only away for a maximum of an hour. And now there were like 4 or 5 hours passing already. So thinking about what are they thinking? Are they looking for me? I also remember there was a helicopter that I heard from the house, and it really gave me hope. It gave me hope that people were looking after me, that they were trying to find me. But in the next moment I also realized it will be hard to find me, because I'm somewhere in a house in the woods. How should someone find me there?
Can you tell me what you remember of the house?
The house of the kidnapper, it was really run down. It was smelly, it was dark. There was rubbish lying around. It really wasn't nice. I also think the electricity wasn't working anymore, because I never saw any light or something in there. And the only nice thing in the house were the flowers.
Had you had much time to see the man who kidnapped you? What did you know about him?
At first I didn't know much about the kidnapper. Like in the car I couldn't really see him. Then when he pulled me out of the car I could see him, and he was like, I would say a bit chubby, middle height. Doesn't look very special. It looked like a kind of normal man. And he was always, when he was talking to me, he was either giving me instructions like, be quiet, don't move, you have to do what I say. Or he was being very polite to me. Like he was talking to me like he was a little child, and I was the, I was the upgrown person. I was the adult. But at the same time, he was very bossy, and just wanted to like take me through the evening, and gave me instructions what to do. Like he wanted me to drink a glass of wine with him. he wanted me to have dinner with him, or when I just said that I don't want to, he started to harm me, like he started to hit me, or he started to strangulate me, or to suffocate me. And yeah, that's how also I realized that I should be doing what he's telling me. Otherwise, I probably won't survive the evening. The kidnapper kind of wanted to take me through a very bizarre version of date for him, or with him. Like at first he wanted to have dinner with me, he wanted to drink wine with me. And then he told me to go to the bathroom and to have a bath with him. And yeah, as I refused and said that I don't want to, he grabbed me and pushed me into the bathing gun and pushed my head underwater like a couple of times and for a really long time. And yeah, it was that long that I was sure I would be dying in that moment. I was sure, like I could see like this movie that everyone is telling about, the pictures of my life, the happiest moments of my life. I could just see them like a movie. And I didn't think I would survive this moment. Yeah. But then, yeah, he let off me. Can I say that? Yeah. Let off me, and I could grasp for air again, and I could breathe. And yeah, the next thing I remember is just getting out of this bathing gun again and freezing and shaking all over my body. And yeah, I think this was probably the first time that the kidnapper was feeling kind of sorry for me. Because then he said, I can go back to the bedroom, and he gave me a blanket. And actually I was lying in the bed with the blanket, and the kidnapper was coming towards me. And in that moment, I kind of wanted to ease off the situation a bit, and then mentioned the flowers, because I was looking at those flowers all the time from the bed. And the moment when I mentioned the flowers, they were like a complete turning point. Kidnapper then started to tell me how he was watering the flowers, that he used aquarium water for it, and that he learned to be a gardener, and that he also works as a gardener, and that he told me about his whole life. He told me that he's like badly wants to have some friends, but no one likes him, and he's always alone, and that his parents died when he was very young, and he grew up with his grandparents. And yeah, then I also asked like why he kidnapped me and what he wanted to do with me, and he told me that yeah, he didn't plan to kidnap me. He just planned to kidnap some woman, and he wanted to have a date with a woman. And yeah, saw me on the road, and then decided to get me off the bike and take me with him. So it was just really bad luck that I had. In the first moment, I was just happy that he was talking and not hitting me or something like this. And yeah, then I kept asking questions, also when he told me about his family, and he told me about holidays he had, and that he was seeking for relationships and all kind of stuff. And then I also kept asking him about why me, and what does he, and yeah, what are his plans with me, and what does he want to do with me. And he then told me that he never planned to kill me, and that he just wanted to have a nice evening with me and then would bring me back home. And he gave me his phone number and also asked me about my phone number, which was a really, really awkward moment. He gave me a piece of paper and I wrote down my phone number, which was kind of strange, but yeah. Same moment I was scared of writing down the wrong phone number, because I thought if he tries to call me and it's the wrong number, then he will get angry again or something. And then actually he came up with the idea that we could make the whole kidnapping look like an accident. And yeah, he would bring me home like soon, and I could tell the police that I had an accident with a deer, and he found me lying on the street and now brings me home. And on the next day I could probably call him and help him to find some friends. For me it was obviously a very bizarre situation, but kind of I also could started to get at least an understanding why he's doing that. Yeah, also felt a bit sorry probably for him, but yeah, she just wanted to survive and get back home. Probably half an hour later or something, I got dressed. Yeah, he went away again, told me to just wait for him because he needs to get my bike. And then again, he tried to fix my bike and told me to get into the car. I was sitting on the front, like next to the driver's seat. And yeah, the whole drive home, I was very scared because it wasn't far away from my home, like we were 5 or 6 kilometers away. And as soon as we went to the main road, I realized that the car went into the wrong direction. Like I told him where I live, I told him where to go, but he wasn't driving this direction. And yeah, then I started panicking again, but I couldn't really do anything. It was in the middle of the night, an empty road in the middle of kind of nowhere. And I thought he would kill me and bury me there probably. That's what my first thought. And the car stopped and he went out and just showed me this piece of land and fields. And yeah, I think he just really just wanted to show me that this piece of land was like his piece of land, and told me that he got it from his grandparents. And yeah, just wanted to show me this piece of land, and then he got into the car again. I was really relieved when he got back into the car and then started driving again, and I realized that he was really going into the right direction, and was hoping that he would really bring me back home. But yeah, still the whole car drive was really scary, because I could see a lot of cars driving around. I could see the police cars with lights, with torch lights. Like I could clearly see they were all searching for me. And I was driving past, sitting in the car of my kidnapper, and there was nothing I could do.
And then what happened next?
Yeah, the kidnapper really drove me home. And as soon as the car got into a driveway and started getting slow, I opened the door and ran towards our house door. And in that moment, my mother-in-law already opened the door because she could hear a car. And I was so happy to see her. Like I ran into the house, shut the door, and I was so relieved. I was so relieved just to see my mother-in-law. I think it was probably the happiest of my life in that moment, because I realized I'm at home, I'm safe, I'm alive, I can move my limbs, and that was kind of everything that mattered in that moment.
Do you still remember that moment now?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can just remember a moment of like really pure happiness, just noticing I'm alive and that I can live my life as it used to be, and I'm not, like I knew my son was at home. I knew I could watch him grow up. I knew I could wake up next day.
And were there points that you didn't think that was going to happen?
No, I think during the kidnapping, I had like 3 scenarios in my mind. One was he's going to kill me. The second one, he was going to hold me in his house for a long time. Probably someone will find me one day. And the third scenario was, I could get out of this situation and would be free again. But I think the first scenario of being killed was the one that was the most most probable.
How long had you been kidnapped for, Nathalie?
I went cycling at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon and got back home at about 1 o'clock in the night. So it must have been like 8-9 hours that I've been kidnapped. I think I was like I blacked out a couple of times, so there were a lot of time periods that I don't have any memory of.
In the days after returning home, how were you? What were you feeling? And what was that experience like after having a bit of time to process what had happened to you?
Soon after the police, also the ambulance came, and they took me to the hospital then. So I spent the first time, or the first period of time after my kidnapping was in hospital. Also my head bone was broken. That's also why I was kept passing out a couple of times. Actually, the first really bad flashback was just a couple after my kidnapping. I was waking up in hospital, and there's like a newspaper man coming into the room, and he looked exactly like the kidnapper. And I was so scared. I was, getting out of bed, trying to hide in the last corner of the room. But he just wanted to bring me the newspaper, and that's one thing that happened a couple of times in the next few weeks or months, probably. My husband helped me a lot through this time, because he just told me that I have 2 options. Either I let the fear control me, or I try to control the fear. And I thought it was pretty hard at this time that he said it's kind of my choice, and thought it was unfair that he didn't understand that I couldn't do anything about about the fear, about my scares. But at the same time, it really helped me, because I started thinking about it the same way and said, okay, I have to try and control the fear, and have to try to, every day I tried to get one step further. Like at the first day I was just going for a walk, and the second day I tried to go grocery shopping. The third day I tried to go for a walk in the woods. And so with every day, one situation that was scary the day before became normal.
What happened to your kidnapper?
The kidnapper got caught by the special force of the police, and then I think half a year later or something was the court about the process about the kidnapping, and he got sentenced 7 years in a institution for mentally abnormal lawbreakers. Then he starts his 7 years of prison. So the kidnapper, he is schizophrenic, and he also wasn't showing any grief. Like in court or before court, he said he didn't really understood what he has done. So he said everything is fine because he brought me back home and he didn't kill me. So I kind of could understand why he's done what he's done to me, because he was a really lonely person and didn't know how to help himself other ways. I would say at the moment I don't think much about the kidnapper anymore. At first it was a little bit of a mixture of being angry because of what he's done to me, but at the same time feeling a bit sorry for him.
How is your life now? What does your life look like 6 years on from this experience?
I would say my life is kind of normal again. Like, yeah, I enjoy cycling again, which was a long way to get there. Because, yeah, at the beginning I kind of forced myself to go cycling because I knew I actually like it, but I didn't enjoy it at all. But now I can say that I enjoy cycling again. I enjoy sports again. I'm not afraid of meeting people. I think what I learned about myself is that like the little things that used to stress me are probably not worth stressing about. Like I just try to enjoy every day. I can also give others a little bit of hope or make them think about their way of living probably. Maybe they can learn to that, yeah, they shouldn't take it for granted to just live and wake up every day and shouldn't be so grumpy maybe.
Can I make one request? Do you mind though if I could be shot in the head and they then discuss this, and the mullah, another mullah was discussing and they said, yeah, okay, we'll grant you that. So then it's like, oh my God, so I am being executed.